How do I want? Stroming. I'm just doing it at here in the LFP. If people don't like it, well, then you shouldn't have showed interest. Okay. For everyone, I'll be streaming next 3 hours. I'm on the pad because I'm setting stuff. Using at here, you're about to mention about 200 people. Does it? Does it now? Let's just do 10. If I do test pods, that means people who aren't on are gonna like. Well, but they can watch the replay. All right, I justified it. All right, so should be everything running. The game is running not quite as well as it does. I'm not streaming, but you know, that's just PC being a potato. Yeah, you're just a meh. Alright. I literally have the Twitch open, but it's the wrong Twitch. Frickin'. Stop fighting me! Frickin' Europe. It's a piece of work, alright.
Endings from Team Star Dodge. They're not.
My own Twitch. Oh, at least the stream looks good.
Greetings.
Wait, Scrams. I'm pretty sure Scrams was sub. Not sub followed. It is what it be. Oh, hey! Thanks for founding Space Game. Thank you. There, I got the link there. So now I need to use this, pray that nothing explodes, and then stop spinning before I actually get dizzy, because I'll sing that in the previews. Renzo, where are you hiding at? Happening. Oh, Space Game Jockey, I'm doing my playtest slightly earlier, because I delayed it, because I had, you know, life stuff happening, but I got back a lot sooner than I thought, so I'm just going to be playing it for 3 hours, as well as hosting it for anyone else that wants to play. So if we get people, we'll, like, do more stuff. Oh, you want to play hide and seek, too? Scanner, man. Anyhow. It's like, I'm probably not. Because I'm very bad at finding people. You know, I'll check all the spots I can think. So, let's check the...
Hey, is Scrams in game?
I believe he just wanted to watch.
Oh, he's just watching. Oh, okay. I say if he's in game, I'll hop on and kill him. If you're listening. I have 15 minutes before I do the next pilot interview with Ivan. Scrams, if you're listening, good to see you. Good to see you're watching. I hope to fly with you soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a bad sign. That means I was probably seen. Trying to find a frickin'. Oh yeah, that's like, I don't know what that spot's called, but it's a spot alright. Like most hidden spot. He's not hiding it. Just very disappointing. Oh, I thought I saw something for a second, but no. It was absolute. Seeing water on the windshield, that's
do, mate?
Alright. Yeah, I'm back now. I had a phone call. It was an important phone call. Alright, Renzo, where are you frickin' hiding? It says you locked the target, but it doesn't give me anything. Oh, well. Are you just, like, really far off in the distance? Somewhere. In the galaxy, there's a Renzo.
So nice.
Yeah, it's like I say, I'm very bad at fighting. I'm not like a War Thunder Sun pilot where I can see like one pixel and know that's a player. And possibly know what team he's on as well. Like a really good War Thunder Sun pilot. Alright. Yeah, thanks for saying hello, Space Game. I was watching a lot of your stuff too, so I like it. You have a great one.
You should listen to their latest podcast. I just started listening to it, and it's badass. It speaks to my heart, let me tell you. I only found it on Twitch. I don't think it's on YouTube or anywhere else, but it's good. I'm going to be linking it later.
Man. So, I can't find players to save my life. So I'm guessing you're not hiding, you're just like around. The worst part is you're doing this as like Dave's is probably like DMing you everything. So. Oh, I thought I saw something. Thing is, I'm way better seeing movement. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go hide because I'm at. That's brilliant. I also don't have a really good gun for actually doing something when I'm behind you. Shh. It's a secret. It's not a secret. Oh, yeah, I remember those. You can, like, charge on. I'm never gonna find you. Yes, but you're in spectator. Yeah, you're in spectator. You're not even. It's not even fair for you. Oh. We got something. The frickin' radar detected something for like a very brief moment in time. It was a very brief moment. I know the direction it came. Around here. Oh, not a ship. Nope. It's not used to how big the radar. It's all it is. So, nothing appears to be out of. Check the East Air riddance quickly of a scanner and see if that detects anything. It's not. That's actually one thing I will give Battlescape. Scanner array is technically better at finding people, but I mean, it's not a fair comparison because the scanner array isn't supposed to be amazingly good, whereas the Battlescape scanner array is also bad, but it's supposed to be good, so it's not the most fair thing. Because a lot of people get confused by it. But, you know, it's just a little, like, game and so. And on. Okay, it was over there. I don't know if that's accurate, but if you spam it, it seems to give radar ping. Oh yeah, that's kind of cheating, though. That's a little... I can actually just see you on my screen now, Solo. from literally 5km out just from spanning the scammer array, and for some reason it just starts working. Yeah, that's a little lame. It was a fun game of hide and seek, but I'm just gonna boop you until you say the words. Yeah. Yeah, so there's an exploit in hide and seek, and if you decide to spam the scanner. So who has the admin? If you just mind turning on AI for a little bit, so I can just shoot a few, AI ships and wait until, like, if any more people show up, so we can do VP shenanigans. Unless you want to fight me, Renzola. Like, you're welcome to do that. Alright, then you better turn on the AI. I want to shoot at some bull. It'd be a lot of fun. Love shooting bull. Especially if they're AI. I can't kill 50 of them in 6 minutes anymore, but, I mean, I think I got 30. And, like, 'cause there's, like, a few patches that, like, changed how their AI being one. And then also, unless you're doing, like, shenanigans, you could force the mission start. Out. Sadness. One of the things is it on missile circuits. The game doesn't like missile circuits. It's probably the BBs firing, because that's the other thing that causes my game to not be happy. But you know, I used to game for a living at like 20 FPS, so it's not the worst thing to be stuck on like really jittery FPS, because it's still rendering it in like 60, but it's just dropping all my frames. It's really weird. It's a very weird kind of stuttering ability. As soon as the AI either cares about me, this will be an easier experience. Instead of it's like, that's the only issue with Squad Wars, is that I don't think the AI realized the battleships are... Well, they realize the battleships are hostile. The problem is they know they're hostile, and they deliberately chase after their turrets to kill them. It's like, it's not that they don't realize they're hostile, it's that they try to attack them and squad. Means like all of our battleship firing at the same time. Which means that's like, what, each battleship has like 80 turrets. 20 of them are missile, and then about like 10 or so are like heavy cannon, and then the rest are gat. So that's like a lot of projectiles that doesn't exist. Other thing, I also started playing more with the padlock every now and then. I might throw that on a few just to like see, try it out. As soon as if I ever get frame rate back, I'll be more than happy to use padlock, because I can guarantee that if I have padlock and I'm only getting like maybe 10 or 15 FPS effectively, I'm gonna get so confused. But I actually prefer padlock for users, because it kind of makes it easier to lead. Don't know where the pimp is. Oh yeah, the 3D ship. Yeah, that's like one of the few HUD elements I like on, is the little 3D ship markers, and then I also have the RVI. Because there's some players that are like very good at dodging, where you have a better chance of hitting them from looking at the RVI than trying to like look at their ship and see what their ship's doing and going from it. At least, I haven't been doing the best job of hitting this one. I have not done... He didn't hit me too much either. Plus, it's Squad Wars, so I get full heal after every time I, like, fight something, so I mean... It's kind of a ridiculous game. Like, for me. Because all I have to do is farm AI the whole time. I can ignore, like, a decent amount of players as long as I can get the AI DPS race fast enough and just keep healing back up. And then when all the AI run out, then I can just go after whatever players are still around. It's like it seems like a really unfair game mode. Oh, Glitch Games got on. This isn't the best server for him, though. He'll have like 150 ping or whatnot, so causes some issues. Like, I play on Sao Paulo every now and then, so I kind of know like what it's like when you're like 150 ping. It mostly just confuses me. It's like I don't feel like it affects my flight, but I just feel very disorientated when flying when I have like 150 ping on like Sao Paulo. I think when turrets didn't like come. Oh, he probably spawned on the landing pad, and then all those turrets that you see there just shot at him. That's a legit risk for this. Yeah, he was trying to land. So yeah, so with squads you like spawn in the middle of like an area, and then if you're just joining it and you want to change your loadout, you have to do an emergency landing on the battleship because you have to get on the pad and stop the count as landing, and then the turrets don't aggregate. So you can technically land in Squad Wars, but it's like very risky. Change the bounty hunter. But Squad Wars is like one of the main game modes where it's just right now just because it's a quick game mode Fernando made for funsies. You need like coordination, a little bit of coordination for it to like get people into squads and whatnot. It's like make sure like everyone who wants to play is already in the game, because then it's not a fun experience trying to land just to refit your ship so you can, you know, use it the way. This is what bombers do to me all the time. They just get stuck orbiting me, and then I'm not super keen on like rolling around them. If you do rolls around them, you know, break it a little. But because I hit them, I just don't usually put as much effort as I should just to like break the circle. Hoping I can sneak up on one of the players, but Glitch isn't a huge fan of third. And then Renzo never wants to fight me for some reason. And Days doesn't exist. Oh, third partying? It's like, do you know what like that term is? That's basically just when you get 2v1. When you're in the middle of dueling someone, yeah, someone comes out and tries to like. As I figured. Okay. It was probably just the one. It was probably the instance when you're having like control issues. Yeah. That's okay. It was just situational. But it's like, I mean, I don't usually like getting through. But sometimes I get third party, it just makes me be way more aggressive on whoever I'm fighting. So I'll just like try to finish whoever I'm fighting real quick, then deal with whoever's third party. And sometimes that means I can get lucky and, you know, win the duel a little bit. And then sometimes it means that you do something really predictable and you just get blown out of the sky. But basically, usually when there's third party, it's like, well, Ictus is the main champion of third party. But he doesn't just third party the most, he's like the best at it, where he always third parties you when you have no idea where in the world he exists. So you just take damage, Itkus, or as I say, Witkiss, which might be more used to me saying it that way. I always say Witkiss instead of Itkus, even though it's yeah, HVC. One of the best weapons for tracers. I think so. It's not Plasma. Plasma is not the best weapon for tracers. I think it's actually probably Vulcan or HVC. those are like the best weapons for lasers. In terms of like ease of use. Yeah. Oh, basically most of the time, Smart Target will just lock at whatever you're looking at, so that's good enough for me. It's like, for me, that works. And also, I'm super glad, like, Space Game Chunky File me, because that means that the alert notifications, technically, they work on stream, but I don't see them, I only hear them. I'm not sure if I want to mess with it, so that I can also see it. There we are. That time I had family doing stuff. As they do. But yeah, but the Smart Target, that's the tab. And the Smart Target's cool because it does a lot of different smart functions based on like what's happening in the chat. So if there's nothing interesting happening, it just locks whatever is closest to your crosshair. If somebody just fired a SRM at you and you press Smart Target, it will immediately lock on them. The same goes for if you just get a general attack alert. Same thing will happen there if you Smart Target it within like a second. It'll just lock them. I think there was one or two more things it does. It's not the most familiar. So I think there was one for teammates now as well. So if you have people set the wingmen and they're taking damage and whatnot, and they get to like either 75, 50%, or 25%, then if you Smart Target, when that notification comes up, you'll target them so you can go fly to them and help them out. I believe that's another function of it. If Fernando wasn't busy, he'd probably tell me how wrong I am. It's like Smart Target actually does 20 different things. It's like it can be your taxes. That's how good. Right, so I haven't seen any, so I'm under. Cheat. Spy something. Thank you for following. WN, and I don't know if that is either a I or a lowercase l. I'm going to assume it's a lowercase l. Very bad. I don't know how I got great to read, so I'm just not good. Oh, and Commander Tagger. See, that's an easier name to read for me, because I'm dumb. Taggart. Taggart. Yeah, it's I, thank you. So that is what, because I'm only seeing chat from the actual stream, like area. I forgot what the stream manager, that it has the name in the top left on monitor number 2, which bad monitor. Okay, managed to. Oh, there's a glitch. Hi, glitch. Like, you want to do proper duel etiquette? Because I mean, it's literally free for all, so like you're not required to have proper duel etiquette. You can just like out of the blue just like shoot at someone. It's like we only do like the proper duel etiquette's only required when it's like duel mode. But you know, yeah, it's like if you just see a player, like just like go for them. So I'm just gonna game on. I'm not using it for me to like get my bearings more. It takes me a minute to adjust to the performance hit my game has. Everyone streaming. It's like I'll know it when I don't feel as disorientated. It's really weird. I feel like the main thing that affects my flying is just like psychology of anything
Crazy
else.
Gunman destroyed Glitch Games.
That was a good fight, Glitch. But yeah. Also, that means when I'm inevitably going to the landing pad to try and get my health back, that you're definitely allowed to gank people in free. That's a mechanic. It's quite fun. But will you guess which one? Because there's like four ships though. So if you know someone's going to like heal up, make sure like you have like an idea of. I now have my. Basically, right now I am using mouse and keyboard controls. And I mean, from my mouse and keyboard, it's a little bit different than most people use anyway. But I'm just using mouse and keyboard. I also have Pavlok. Give it a shot. It's feeling a little bit disoriented. I do also have a single joystick as well, which I like to use every now and then, which just replaces the mouse. So I use that for pitch, yaw, roll, firing all the guns. And currently that's all I have bound to it. I have way more hat switches I could bind things to. But I like to use the stick when I'm like in the to like have like the stick like fly. It's so different. It's flying. And I've just been on like a good mouse kick where for whatever reason I was just really liking mouse control. Probably because I've been playing like a lot of FPSs as well. Cinematic. You know, all control. Almost.
Targeting BMR2.
So this bomber is low enough.
Targeting BMR11.
Activate the Pavlok so that my pilot just constantly looks at the definitely gotten more. Because ideally I actually want to only ever use the Pavlok because the main thing I noticed from it when you're using tracers, it kind of keeps the target at a consistent spot on your screen when you're, you know, giving it a certain amount of lead. So it's effectively kind of like a very unconventional, you know, sight. So I feel like if you get used to it, it's a way better way to like aim at somebody. It also helps with like how I like fight people, whereas I like to watch what they're doing. So the fact that my pilot's constantly looking at them just means I can watch people closely. So I'd say that. But as far as my specific mouse and keyboard, just to elaborate on it more, because like I said, it is different. So on my mouse, I just have boosting on right mouse click, and then firing on left mouse click. I have rolling on my 2 extra mouse buttons that this mouse has, which my thumb has easy access to. And that would be everything on the mouse. And then on keyboard, W and S is forwards and reverse like normal, and then A and D is left and right as normal keyboard. And then, because Q and E I don't need to use for roll, that's actually firing weapons 2 and 3 if I ever decide to equip. It's like, I'm not a big fan of the double guns or triple, so I typically don't need to use them. Alright. Got Pavlok. That's way more evasively. Oh yeah. Pavlok can be good. Oh yeah, this is way more disordered. Gotta learn it. Oh, also, I think I did not reset my thrusting. Yeah, that doesn't help. When I forget to redo the thrusting, whenever I want to use plasma, it's a pretty bad thing to do. One of the important things is like getting this. There we go. I have the thrusting setting. There's also binds you can do for the specific like control axes for the thrusting, but I haven't been bothered to like actually like set that up. Yeah, I'm not the best at like dealing when people get behind me either.
Crazy Jumpman destroyed light.
It's like I can get like very easily confused because like I say, like I like rely a lot on like having line of sight of, like whatever I'm shooting at to out of this. Not in the mood for circling a bomber forever that's AI control.
Jumpman destroyed BMR-8.
It's like hey, kill
Jumpman
steal.
destroyed V4.
It's a lot of fun. So now, because I have the better thruster control that I prefer for plasma, it should be easier to get closer to Glitch. That's the main thing I want to do when fighting him. I want to get close because I have a close range gun. Logical. So he's gonna hit me a lot more as a consequence, but my gun's more effective in close range than his is. So that's slightly more optimal, but it also makes fights go a lot quicker. Because when you're both using like a Vulcan at mid-range, usually the duels can last like a really long time if you're both like about the same skill level. Whereas with like Plasma, because I think Maxi likes using Plasma too he's pretty good with it. And even then, our fights are on the slightly like medium to shorter, like, you know, time to kills. This is like how Plasma is. It's like, it's the fast and loud style. And I also like using double as well, so I have a lot more health than like anyone that's not using holds, or even someone using single holds. It does stack, but I don't know if it stacks where you want to have like a lot of them, or you just want to have like more. I'm not sure how that's stacking. Oh my gosh, the game has a chance to work well. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. Although I already got my stream where everyone watching it has like a better perspective than I do. Like it stutters more on like my monitor than it does on the actual stream. So I was like watching my replay and feeling like insulted, but it's like, man, people get like a less stuttery experience than I do. Pick. I also increased my bitrate for 720. I was running like 2500. Even I reduced it to like 2000 to like make the performance impact less, but it was like not worth it. So, and now that I found out I was using the wrong encoder the entire time, I was able to just increase it to like 3.5K bitrate, and it's like the same performance. Actually, I think it runs better on my end as well. And then we're probably not going to see too many more players until about 30 minutes to an hour from now. That's when I said it's doing testing. I'm just here like super. Yeah, bots will also steal your as well. They're very good. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I say, the way the bot AI is, it's purely reactive. So, if you're very aggressive on the bots of Plasma or something, that's the hardest possible experience you have with, like, the bots. If you want to be super aggressive on them with Plasma. That's how you have the hardest time with the bots. If you decide you want to range the bots with a Vulcan from, like, 500 meters, the bots are really easy to deal with. Because they don't really dodge you at all. But when you're up close, they try to fly around you a lot, and that does a good job of dodging you, so it really strains your G-forcing. You're having the struggle. Struggle is real. It's like, if you want to glitch, you can take up, like, the Days Gambler playstyle of vulturing, where you're deliberately kill-stealing the whole game. So that's a good playstyle to have.
Crazy Junkman destroyed Light 6.
It's like, I kind of do it both. If I see something on low health, I usually just go for it. But most of the time, I'll just, like, shoot whatever I think is the easiest thing. It's like, ideally I should go after less bombers, because they're annoying. They just want to circle you. They love circling. They can do it forever, because they never boost. They only, like, fly with their standard thrust, so they can circle you forever and never G-lock. Whereas, you have to be a little bit more delicate, like fighter, to not G-lock from circling something. Your AI, like, targeted. Yeah,
Crazy
just
Junkman
lucky.
destroyed Light 12.
Oh my gosh, a Dazed exists? That's amazing. I didn't know Dazed Gamblers existed. Oh, I almost got him. Dazed is a flying. That's definitely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Pavlov, and he'll instead of the asteroid golem. Yeah, that's definitely because I was chasing him so well. That's why he crashed. Definitely.
Crazy Junkman destroyed Light 6.
The day's strat. Yeah, it used to work because you could properly kill Deno. It's like now you can't kill Deno. Well, actually, as far as I know, you can't kill Deny at all. The only way you kill Deny is if someone else literally takes the kill. It's like you can. So are you gonna elaborate, or you're just gonna say you can? Maybe you're just taking a long time to type, but I mean the character is not.
Targeting BMR. Glitch Games is now rated under 223 gigabytes.
Okay, so the turns do it. Is he a paper dishwasher now?
Crazy Junkman destroyed BMR.
That's the best rank. Like, there's not too many paper dish. Yeah, that's paper toaster comes after paper dish. Like, if there was a Silent Alliance faction, it'd be really funny if the first rank you had was just toaster. It's like even the machines call themselves toasters if they are. They act like. That job turning it. Oh, I was hoping. Actually. We can try this. I know I can continue to not follow it. Chasing, I still find chasing Days Gamblers, especially with play. Because at least you have the excuse of, oh, I'm just using plasma, it's not a good weapon to chase people. You're like, in 5 feet, but. Yeah, but it's scary when you're like, you do a certain specific flight pattern, and you're just like, I know this won't G-lock me, but I know I will have a black screen. Like, it's a little spooky to be that comfortable. When I've never ever played a single game with G-Force besides this. So, because my G-Force, like, management is still very hacky, where it's literally some patterns I learned subconsciously that don't pull Gs as hard. And then if I ever get close to G-locking, I just stop giving it inputs until I'm not G-locking. It's like the most hacky way to manage your Gs. Like, possible. I almost did. I have to give it so much lead. We need Pavlov. That's gonna make it easier, probably. Line sideways. It'll be amazing when, with Pavlov, if I could just fly completely sideways and not confuse my thrusting input. So I do confuse my thrusting input. Like, I can't fly sideways with the Pavlov and then immediately realize that pressing left forwards is now forwards. Like, left thrust is now forward thrust. Up thrust is now go, you know, to the right. And then back thrust is now go to the left. It's like, I'm not good enough to do that. I do wrong thrusting all the time if I'm flying sideways, just using the Pavlov to look at somebody. But with the, at least with like remembering what the forwards and reverse now do, I'm pretty decent. But yeah, what do you mean it's really weird? It's perfectly, it's the natural way to fly. It's like having as little HUD as possible is the best way. It's like I can't wait 2 weeks from now when I just decide that actually, you know what? We need to do flight assist off with both the roll axis, the pitch axis, and the yaw axis disabled. That's actually what I need to do. Alright, so if I'm looking at the timing right, it should be close to like when I reschedule the playtest, which means Renzello, you have a frickin' dentist appointment you're supposed to be going to. Are you forgetting about your dentist appointment? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna clear out my Discord. Got a bunch of cool. Wow, that was interesting, Dentist. Yes. A thing I saw was cool. Oh, glitch. Oh yeah, glitch is like, he's figuring out the move to beat me. Yes, it's like, that's what Fernando's doing, and Fernando's done really well too. He's getting like closer and closer. It's great. I love it. It's like, then, because I'm getting close to wanting to change my loadout back to the original loadout, which I think is way more okay, but it's like the mid-range loadout. Yeah, I heard you for like a second, Glenn.
Well, Daze started attacking me when I had 1 HP and I was actually winning that until Lorenzo just came in and shot me. Parted me at 1 HP.
A third. I keep crossing my fingers. The people in the game that I know love playing it, but they're just like on the off season. We'll play the game again. Like if I eat my vegetables at dinner, and I play to the Dark Lords once a night, as well as 2 God once a night. You gotta make sure that you're like you just really gotta make sure you're hitting every possible avenue of higher beings to give yourself the best chance of changing your reality. Yeah, covering bases. Yeah, it's like, because the way you fight, like, because the way I kind of fight now, it's very unoptimized for 1v1. It's basically way better in team, because the way I'm dodging and attacking people, it's basically just a bunch of patterns which I know already work. So that works super well against team fights, because in team fights you can't specifically dodge anybody. Like, that's not gonna happen. It's like you can try to specifically, like, perfectly dodge one person, but the other 5 are just gonna be able to get you. But if I'm just moving in patterns that I know, you know, kind of work out well for just avoiding fire, then I'm effectively doing a little bit of dodging for every single person there. In some cases, it's not gonna work the best for a decent amount of those teammates, and there's literally up to 6 times the volume of fire as well. Which means you're probably going to die 6 times faster, generally. Which gives you really good motivation to progressive, too. So, it means that the plasma loadout isn't as bad as you think it would be. Because it does reward you being very aggressive. There we are. Oh, there's a dazed. It's a no. I'm gonna Pavlok you dead. So I can always be watching you, even when I'm not. And learn how to fly sideways. Getting better at it. Not good, but I'm better. I literally went the wrong direction. I predicted your churn. Oh, I get the brake alarm. That means it's been an hour! So yay. Hopefully we'll see more people soon. If not, it's all good. I don't mind fighting AI for a decent amount of time. It means I might end it at 2 hours instead of 1 hour, just because it's like, I want to honor, like, 2 hours after I say the playtest time. If just in case there's, like, people. Oh no, the days ended up expiring on it. Oh, you realized something. Did you find the cure to can? Oh, yeah. The way the lag compensation works for Hunternet, for if you have a high ping, your shots are gonna be really accurate, even if they look like they're moving around all the time. That's mostly visual. Your shots, basically the aiming is virtually not affected by ping in this game. The only thing that really gets affected by it a lot is your strafing and thrusting control. That has a ping delay to it. But your aiming is still 1-to-1, and because of that, it does, like, ping the projectile. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, because I notice it all the time, even on this server, it will do it a little bit. But, like, that's more visual, because where the shot actually is, it's more accurate to where you're actually shooting it, but it moves the visual shot, like, everywhere just because of lag compensation. But, like, it's not as, like, it's not as bad as it looks. It's still gonna be inaccurate because ping's ping. But it's not gonna be as bad as it looks visually. And also, the hitboxes on the ships are pretty meaty as well. Like, they're solid spears, so that helps cover for, like, shot discrepancy as well. Because, like I say, like, I'm fairly used to playing on, like, servers of 150 ping or what, so. Like I say, the main thing that it's affecting is your strafing. It might look like it's causing your shots to go wild, but it's not as bad as it looks. It's like, your shots are not going to be as accurate with, like, 40 ping, but it's not going to be as bad as it's, like, leading you on. It's not that awful. Because it's also pinging the ships as well, so, it's very complicated, but I have it from personal experience that it does a good job of it being accurate. And from other people who play this game a lot also can verify that it's pretty accurate lag compensation. Like, the aiming is basically, like, not effective. But yeah, the strafing is... yeah, that's just delayed flat out. I almost predict. RVI helps too.
Yeah, Franzo.
Oh, I'm stupid. Forgot the refit for speed. Yay! I shot your explosive rock. Yay! Like it when that happens. Bomber. Or did the bomber almost get you? Maybe you could have tried. As if it's one shot, then where is it now? If it wasn't one shot, that doesn't make sense. It would still be around if it was one.
That crazy young man destroyed Light 12. That crazy young man destroyed BMR 2. Crazy young man destroyed Light 3.
1 HP again. Oh man. Getting third partied, very strong. You're getting vultured actually, it's more vulturing.
Crazy young man destroyed Light 3.
Squad Wars. He already has played Squad Wars, and I ended up killing him when he wanted to refit. Because I didn't have AI around me to shoot at and whatnot. It wasn't... no. He played it for like a minute, at least. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a minute. A lot can happen in a minute.
Crazy young man destroyed
Oh, Maxi! Yay.
Hello.
Hello, Maxi. I'm still streaming. It's the best stream I've ever had. Yeah. It's a record breaker.
targeting base
Alright.
gambler.
Yeah, I've been rambling incessantly for like 50 minutes. That's pretty good. I can ramble if I want. It's probably why there's not as many people watching. Unless there's someone else here. I usually let Fernando ramble on for 5 hours if he's here. So I can leave. Nope. I've read every message successfully.
That crazy young man destroyed Light 3.
That a day. It's a day. Why is the AI not like? So, I have a few players here, so I might be able to do something specific.
Crazy young man destroyed Days
A
Gambler.
lot of like proxy hits the missiles. That's good. Want all the hits to be proxy. I was on the wrong thrusting. Ah! was slightly harder than it should have been. Did anyone have interest in doing team games right now? We haven't done those for a little bit. We've done a lot of like one-on-one duel practice lately.
I'm always up for team fights.
All right.
Today's gambler is now rated a number 45.
I might have
Dr.
Emma control.
Shark.
That means if you're leaving, do you want to do team fights then? Renzolo. If I look at our scanner. Okay. So, after you go, it'll probably be pure 2v2. So that means either we need to think of like a composition that will work out pretty well, or I need to like do a really unconventional loadout I'm not used to, so that I have to like learn as I go instead of something I am like have like way more practice with than anyone. Makes it more.
Targeting Days Gambler.
It's like the fact that I have like hours of fucking asphalt and shooting it.
That's a lot.
Is that a dig? First, am I on the right thrust? No. It's like most of it's against bots though. Strafing mode. What's a strafing mode? I have a Maxia and we're gonna. It would have to probably be, if it's a 2v2, the best possible situation would probably be me and Dazed against Maxi Lynch. That might be the best. And then we'll probably just have to see what happens. Because Maxi and Glitch are both pretty good against me, so that means that it won't like be as unbalanced. Because I do way better when I'm against players that aren't as you know, good at the game. It's like against players that are, you know, they're starting to get like more used to the game or their game. I have like a
Targeting Days Gambler.
probably should.
Glitch just
Yeah.
left us.
It's like not only am I good against 5-year-olds, I'm better at 5-year-olds than you would expect, and I'm worse against 20-year-olds than you would expect. Like skill level. And I did see that glitch. Or something just happened. Got tired of like the thing because it's awful playing on like a 150 for a decent amount. It's not too dissimilar from playing with like a lot of bad performance. PC isn't actually powerful enough to stream. There's a lot of times with like the GeForce room, it's like, how am I pulling this many? Don't understand. Alright, goodbye, Rins.
So
So, that does mean we could just do everyone against. That'd probably be a good fun. Want to do any kind of like teamwork?
cool.
I don't have Fernando here, so I can't like give bots on my own team.
Glitch games, I think there's no, or there's a stream.
Yeah, check on, yeah, he's talking about the one in Discord, so check that one. He wants to know. It's working. I got love tap by him. He didn't even do damage.
Shows the game, yes, but the quality is not the best.
like low quality. Well, it's mostly Discord's fault. It doesn't really matter how good your PC is. If you don't have Discord Nitro and the server isn't Nitro boosted, it's always gonna be pretty bad quality. Because Discord's shared bandwidth too, so if there's 3 people on voice and 1 person streaming, we're all sharing the same bandwidth. It's like
Crazy John Man destroyed Days Gambler.
there's not enough bandwidth even for like 720.
Targeting
Discord.
BMR 8.
It just stutters, like,
Targeting Light 6.
can't handle it.
Targeting BMR 11.
So
Targeting BMR 8.
well, it's gonna look like you have 150 ping. And you've got. Like, Days could probably see if it's worse than it should be, though. Like, you might have more ping than you should for where you are. Because Days be in Brazil, at least near it. So, like, if you watch Glitch's stream, if you can at least get a good look at the projectiles, see if it's worse than it should be. So we can just make sure that he doesn't have, like, a network hitching or
Crazy John
something.
Man destroyed Light 6.
And not be pulling G's for a brief moment. So I for one love having all the G-lock alarm,
Destroyed Light 12.
the wingman alarms, the SRM alarms, and the getting flanked alarm.
Targeting
I love my
BMR
alarm.
5. Targeting
Very
Games.
loud. Is there a
More feedback.
Crazy John Man.
Wahaha, I stole your kill. I want to kill you though. Chat because wahaha, I'm evil.
Man destroyed Glitch.
I'm an evil mastermind. Alright, we're probably gonna switch the teams soon though. After like this match show in. I'm probably gonna get kill stolen now because now I can't finish off something with low health. That's what happens. Never kill steal because you get kill stolen. You're not allowed. Alright, Max, I haven't even seen you. Where are you? Like, where do you exist in this game?
I am outside the map of the map.
Okay, why are you outside the map?
Light 6.
I was watching the stream for a few minutes.
Oh, if he has time, because he has to do the interview with Ivan. If he has time, he's definitely going to.
Crazy
But
John
he's a
Man
super big.
destroyed V10. Crazy John Man destroyed Light 3. Crazy John Man destroyed BMR 5.
That's a.
Crazy John Man destroyed Light 6.
I found the Maxi.
Yeah.
What do you do, fellow gamer?
I'm fine.
Alright, that's good.
Crazy John Man
I
destroyed
was fine at least.
We're happily attacking bots, and then I had to, you know, game ruin.
Crazy John Man destroyed Light 3.
So, Days, have you been able to see anything from Glitch's stream? Anything unusual? Spooky. Terrifying. Angel.
Crazy John Man destroyed V4.
So might be internet to.
Crazy Jun Man destroyed light.
Internet is kind of. So. Ow.
Crazy Jun Man destroyed BMR2.
Yeah, use the pip. That helps with testing. Did you G-lock somehow?
Yes, I did.
Damn, you did like one of those weird maneuvers that like G-lock you, I think, more than it should. Didn't look like you should have G-locked. Sometimes. So, alright, so gonna switch to teams. Upwards G. I don't know if it's modeled in the fly model. It's something I'd have to ask from you. Do we want battleship turrets on or off?
Oh, it's up to you, I guess. What you prefer.
As I say, I think we'll have them off because performance, my game hates it. Enemy call signs only help out me because it's gonna be so just keep those off so you can disguise yourselves so that I can't figure out who you are and then start trying to like hard counter you. So I'll get good fingers there. But y'all know who I am at.
Okay.
So did I already turn off this? Oh, there we go. They're off now. And then I am just going to switch to the enemy team, because that's the easiest way. And then, basically, the only communication that is going to happen in voice is you could talk to them, actually. Glitch might say something every now and then, but he mostly likes using text chat. And you know Daze likes text chat. He doesn't have a voice, actually. It's a mute. F1. That's the real secret.
Alright.
So, main thing is, it's basically up to you if you want to break off into your own team voice or just stay in the one.
We can stay in the one voice channel. I don't talk that much, so.
Alright, so you'll just be like text strategy. Can't see. It's all spooky. Alright.
I will
I'm
try.
gonna leave it on refit break for now. So, take the 2 minutes to get wherever you want and refit however you want, because it's gonna be basically Maxi, Daze, and Glitch against me. You only have to worry about me, because we want to see if this is balanced, if it's which favor it's in. 'Cause I have no freaking. Because the thing is, Max and Glitch are like harder people to do, so that might mean that because I'll get stuck dueling, that someone else can come in and just like, you know, ruin me. Whatever. It's a big risk that could happen. But you know, we'll see. It's like, but it's also good that we stay in like the chat. So, is everyone ready, or did you want like the last minute to like get ready for everything? So you can just say yes in like the chat if you like the chat.
I'm ready.
All right, so you're ready. Daze and Glitch, are you ready? I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
So that's a dead. So. So Glitch, are you ready? Because it'll just start in 30 seconds anyway. It's spooky.
I think he's ready as well.
Yeah, I think he might be doing flight maneuvers to like get to a special location, so we'll just do it when the timer rolls. He's already gone the psychological war. That's what's happening. So want me to know that he's ready, it's like, that gives him an advantage if he knows I'm ready. I do need to make sure I'm sitting in a slightly better position and to fix my thrusting. Gotta remember to keep doing that, because it ruins any time I need to refit for speed. Oh, and I guess we're doing it for 12 minutes. I wanted to do it for 6, but it's very cool. It's 2. Okay, that's
Targeting enemy. Targeting enemy.
I think that's a maxi, that's definitely... Yeah. That's more likely. Let's see. You just think you own this guy, don't.
Sometimes. If you are not around.
Targeting enemy.
It's the best person to go for. It should be Glitch. It's coming.
Targeting enemy. Targeting enemy.
Oh no, glitch. Be careful.
Wow, I
Yeah.
didn't have any energy. Ah,
Yeah,
Jesus.
you let your energy go low, I noticed that.
Oh.
I just saw an empty bar, I was like, ooh, I can just be aggressive and get him.
Yeah, Pip does that to you. Okay.
Yeah. And this is something my friend once said about just team battles. It was actually in Halo specifically, is that when you're outnumbered in a team deathmatch, it's kind of a good thing, because it means you physically aren't able to die as much if you're outnumbered. So the enemy team has an opportunity to die 3 times before they all res and come back, whereas I can only die 1 time, and then I get res with full health and everything. So that sometimes can make it where that even if you have a number deficiency in team, sometimes that kind of balances out a little. It's not as unbalanced as you might think it is. Is that Dazed around here somewhere? He's definitely around somewhere. I can confirm. Like there.
Targeting enemy.
Also, you can come back and res after you die. You should be able to respawn. Unless like mess up the settings. It's like it's literally 12 minutes. Like I'm not gonna have you do nothing for 9 minutes. That's very cruel to do.
No.
Oh, you G-lock.
Phase adjustment.
Yes.
Deployed maximum.
So I get to a little bit. I have time to pull off a repair. Spooky. I think I might have profited. Yeah, I chopped the battleship turret. I was also thinking, I don't want it where I can repair and have covering fire. I didn't want that. So that means I get lagged out, which is probably worse. I'd rather not be laggy than have turret support. To Asian. It's people spots.
Targeting enemy. Targeting enemy.
just get headshots. There we go.
Yeah. You just had to like get the gremlins out. And there's always an alarm going off, and it's kind of a...
Ace, maybe you should go repair.
Oh, I tried to. I didn't give it enough evading thrust. Oh. Then I need to mid-combat refit. Did it! Yes! I fixed the thrusting control. A way better shot now. Of surviving. A little bit. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Right.
Glitch, you should go repair as well.
It's a long time to respawn when you... Oh, fraction.
Go repair, but
Yeah, and perfectly perfect, like... So.
you said to go repair, but he's here. Where's he going? Wait.
He is at my position. Damn it.
Caught you alone.
They don't even rely on me, Mark. I can't seem to hit any shots ever. Seven.
Oh no. Damn it.
Need to fix the cluster. Yay! It's so risky to do. That's probably it. Which isn't the worst thing. Oh, that's convenient.
Oh.
Thanks, Dice. Did you end up ramming him? Just need 1 milliliter of gasoline and then we're gone. Yeah, ram. That's what Days tend to do. They tend to like be around. It's pulling so many G's that I should not have. Damn you, smart target, you foiled it.
How do you do that?
I was just able to figure out what direction you were going. And then
Yeah, but
I got
how?
and then I got the lead correct too. That's all that happened.
But, no, but everyone does that to me, and I don't know how to do it.
It's like it's just the fact that how you fly is like you were just doing a big maneuver. I like guessed the for the most part like the big maneuver you're doing and just was able to get you. Oh well that works for me, Day. I think Daze is trying to outdo my score on his own team. The suicides don't count again.
Oh no.
It's not that kind of game.
I wanted to surprise you.
I mean, I was not expecting the strategy of killing your souls before I could kill you. It's a very bold... It might just work, too. Oh, it's also what E4 says, is... Because he's like the best dueler, and he understands how it works the most, too. He says that all the time, the way Hunternet works is every now and then the guy you're fighting is just gonna get like a good pass on you, get like 6 shots. It's just something that happens. Like, it doesn't really mean that there's something you're doing wrong. It's just how the game is that there's just a chance that someone can just like do the perfect move, whether they're trying to or it's just luck. Like, it's
I
just...
G-locked again.
Wow. Have you G-locked like 2 or 3 times? This fight. Oh, match, whatever.
This match, yes.
Alright, yeah, so we need to figure out something to do if we want to do teams, unless... Oh, we just want to do practice one.
Maybe we want a rematch.
The rematch? One minute.
Probably not a good idea, but we could try.
Yeah, it's like this playstyle is like... Oh, alright. Oh yeah, okay. You have fun to do your activity. Alright, well, you can do the rematch for a few days. Like, that'd be the rematch. I feel like I actually just fly better in team fights. Oh no, it's like I say, it's psychology. Psychology is the main thing that affects my skill level in this game. It's nothing to do with like strategy, it's just like how I feel, and that's what determines everything.
Damn it.
It's like I saw the timer, it's like I wanna kill you. I like how it's 90 points despite me. Hey,
That was a slaughter.
this day's accidentally got the thing. Alright, so do we want to keep doing team fights like this? Because basically the only thing I can do is like change my loadout to something I don't like as much, or just like really bad with, like gambled gun only. Like, what do you think? It's like, what would you want me to use?
Dave, what's your opinion?
I can definitely use a loadout I don't like for like 30 minutes. I can live that long, like mentally, without like screaming. It's like, I wish I had mine. Yeah. I'll boost. Well, it has to be something where it has to be like at least one gun. It can't just be like a invalid loadout. Yeah, green goo. I'm fine with using green goo. And then what ship should I be using? Right. Like between the light, heavy, and bomber. Okay, the light, and then the other 2 slots. What should those be? Our points 2 and 3. Big thought. Let me extend the break time. Green. Well, I love it. Looks like picking a weapon I like using. Alright, boost for just one or for... Alright. Boost! Okay, Maxie, do you have any objections to the loadout I have to use?
No, I'm fine with...
2 boost, gimbaled gun, light fighter.
Yes.
Also, because I'm using Gibble Gun, I don't need to necessarily get close, so I can shoot to maximum speed and switch it based on how I want to, unless you want me to like be max speed only, min speed only, something like that.
It's up to you.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. What do you think, Days?
No,
That's what I'd say. Is like, what do you want my rusting?
not too
It'll
many
just be
restrictions.
like I mean, so far it'll just be whatever I want, basically. Yeah. All right, I'll just do whatever I want. So I'll be changing it based on like what I want, or I can just keep it on max speed. Well, not max speed, just max strafe the whole time. I can't chase after if you want to run away, basically. So that seems fine. Are both of y'all ready, basically? Then?
Yes, I'm ready. Days, are you ready?
Days is probably ready. He usually doesn't want to make radical changes to his plan. Alright. So, do whatever you guys want. Because you don't have any restrictions at all. You can just do whatever.
Targeting enemy.
Yeah, introduce you to Gringo. The Gringo shooting down the explode. Yeah,
Targeting enemy.
Gringo will find you, my child. You will be enlightened to the ways of the Green.
No.
The Gringo is teaching you.
It's the first time I'm scared of a gimbal gun.
I know how to.
Targeting enemy.
Oh,
The Gringo claims a victim. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to refit the spin. It's a habit, though. Deliver this soul to heaven, Gringo. Show him enlightened. Yeah.
Destroyed Days Gambler.
Am I allowed to not repair? Is that like a rule? I'll just let Days type a message. I'll just fight you like. Do they see like what you guys' policy on that? Cause I'm perfectly fine with not repairing. It's that like, can do like attrition damage. Unless you think that if I repaired, that'll be like a good moment for you to like finish me off. Like that's why I ask. Like it's not just like a thing that's completely better. Right. Days, you're just to type whether or not I'm allowed to go to repair. Failed.
Oh. I go
It's
with
definitely
yeah.
more balanced though.
You are still on the winning side.
Targeting enemy.
And we are two people.
Yeah, it's twice as effective. It's double balanced versus what it was. So that's a very good achievement. Like we did it. Like if we made a game twice as balanced, like it's like how did you make it literally doubly balanced? That's amazing.
Who just joined?
Someone join the Discord. 'Cause I can't hear it because I'm on streamer. Oh, Soul. Do you like Gringo? Oh, Vicky Vic. Hello, feel free to join, like, the team with more players on it, and you can just start fighting me, because we're doing, everyone versus, Kraz, because that's fun. It's the new Hunternet spin-off game mode by the community.
Damn it.
I knew my goo would see through me when I did a risky maneuver. I trusted in the goo. Always trust in the goo. Never lose faith in your goo. Especially if it's green. Yeah, so... So Vivek, you need to, like, switch to the other team. If you wanted to, like, not sit the one out, or whatnot. Because I'm still streaming on Twitch. Like, I've been going for, like, an hour. That's pretty good.
Targeting enemy. Targeting enemy.
Oh, there we go. Awesome.
Targeting enemy.
Free us. Blood. And then E4 says the Gibble gun's a trash weapon. I think he doesn't know what he's talking about, honestly. Like, this is a great gun.
Maybe it's not good enough.
It's a pretty good gun. Like, in my opinion, I think it's a good gun. Honestly. Like, I wish I could have, like, a gimbaled gun that's, like, really low fire rate on, like, a bomber that just does its own thing like a turret. Like, that'd be amazing. You'd never be able to get me to not be in a bomber head that.
Targeting enemy. Targeting enemy.
Trust the goo. Big Vic gun. Yeah, it takes a... Probably because I don't have... There's nothing else happening when I die. It's just like, everyone's just like... gonna wait until it comes... So no one's like shooting.
Targeting enemy.
Because I don't have anything to see on like my screen. It's like super cool. It's like... What is this soul? Who is this man? As I figured, it's like a gibble gun with like, at most, half the fire rate would be so good as like a turret on it. Because it needs half the fire rate, so that way, if it's getting constant hits on you, it's still not gonna do it. Some more. Alright, Vicky Vic. You're gonna get enlightened with green goo. You should feel happy. Yay. The green goo got stays. If I get Maxi, that's a squad wipe. Well, you need to like actually make sure that all the squad's dead at the same time for it to be a squad wipe. You know, it's a squad eliminate. That's what it is. Why do you hide from the green? The green goo only wants to be your friend.
I'm not sure about this.
Targeting enemy. Targeting enemy. Targeting enemy.
I think after this we'll just do practice 1v1s.
Okay.
Oh, just general practice, like. 'Cause I think with Vivek, I want to see if he's doing any better, because I told him a few pieces of advice. I want to see if like any of that's helping. Basically. So I'll check, that'll probably be the first thing I do.
Targeting enemy.
You don't have energy. Green goo loves it when you don't have a green bar on your health. It's attracted to it. Yay!
Destroyed weakness.
Another soul gets saved by green.
Oh no.
See? Trust in the goo. Even if you're in a bad spot, the goo will always come out for you. Come out top. No matter how bad the situation. Goo always. Next to the- I think Daze is like so happy I'm not outfitted for speed. Dazed ended up getting me. Crazy pilot ranting about green goo was defeat. The only member of the green. If there was a religious cult in this game, it would definitely be around the Gimbal gun.
And the chicken.
But the one I would do would be about green.
Targeting enemy.
I would be part of the chick. Oh, I think you were typing.
Targeting
Can't
enemy.
type in the middle of a war. Unless you know it. You could maybe get it. I think the boosting is like helping me dodge. 'Cause I have so much strafing accelerate. Yeah, but you don't type in the middle. Like, the artillery doesn't have to like go on the typewriter to like request firing. It calls on the radio. That's like way sensible. Alright, so let me switch it to dual. Oh, I just had it. So everyone can land and reach to. And it's a standard duel, except I just want to watch Vic the most right now. My normal deck as well. Oh, I'm not looking mostly just to, like fight you. I'm gonna see you duel other people mostly. Watch you and see like if you have a hard time, you have an easy time with. Also, we freaking need these names on it. There we go.
Targeting Maxi.
That's why I really wish like the people that can get me stuck in a 1v1 for like consistently 30 seconds, and win like a majority of the time, because I'm not the best one. They would like control me so well in a team fight, and won't be so like unbalanced, because it's very lame. It's just so hard to like balance it, because the people that balance me out just aren't playing the game right. Well, they don't know it exists, or like Elite Dangerous, like they're the best pilot in Elite Dangerous, but they don't care about this game. Rather. So, Vic, is there any particular person you want to duel? Between Days, Maxie, and me? Okay, I would say I want you to duel Maxie, because Maxie's a really good pilot. Just want to see him. He's basically, if you're using, yeah, he's using the plasma, so he's a more aggressive fight like me, but he's not as extreme for aggressiveness. So I want to see how you do then.
My aiming is just not good enough for
Well,
extreme
I just know from
aggressiveness.
fighting you, you're not as aggressive as I am. You're a little bit more passive with a plasma than I am. I'm basically suicidal with a plasma. It's not really aggressive, it's more suicidal. So both of you can fire a warning shot and then the duel. I just want to see how Vic fixes. So good. Yeah, he's doing a way better job of managing distance. Like, yeah, I really. Got a good pass.
Targeting Maxi.
Right, so yeah, this is way more of a close fight than what's happening. Yeah, the problem I'm still seeing like same issue, which is you just have like a huge problem with like losing track of people. But what I hear, that's like the main thing, that when people are like starting out, is that it's just like things will go very well when someone's in line of sight, but when you lose it, it's just a big issue. That's like the most common issue to have when you're, what I've heard. I'm just too used to like playing Elite Dangerous games where you just fight with the radar. You don't even look at people, where if someone's out of like my visual range, it doesn't affect me too.
Really?
Not too much. Psychologically, it affects me a lot, but like in terms of like my gameplay, it doesn't affect it. But it messes with my brain. So yeah, this is a really good.
I remember the first thing I learned in Star
Because
Citizen
this is
was
a duel
not
you
to
can still
rely on
lose,
the
Max, if
radar.
he gets good shots on you.
Yeah, I know.
So you want to make sure that you don't overextend when you don't. Yeah, so that's his style. So he likes building distance in a plane. Pretty cool. The only issue is that the light fighter's faster than the heavy, right? So that does mean that if like a player loves switching to speed refit just to catch up to you, that can like cause your strategy to have like a big problem. That means if a light fighter, if they're not immediately G-locking themselves, they can catch you if you're doing tactics where you're trying to like constantly be gaining distance and then engaging people. That could have been part of the, like the reason you were having an issue. Because sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I just like guess what direction you're going in, and I can just start moving that way.
Targeting Vic.
And then Vic, if you want to write, what kind of controls are you using right now?
Oh, bye days.
Yeah, goodbye, Dest. Have a fun. Yeah, standard. So, in terms of like, are you using mouse and keyboard? Flight stick, controller, so mouse and keyboard. Are you like good with a mouse or not? Like, do you feel comfortable with the mouse for aiming? I'm still more of a. I think I'm still slightly more of a console game, but I still prefer PC control. But I just have so much more time. Like a stupid. Okay, so I want to say the other thing, and this is something E4 loves to do with new players. Dislikes to just dodge their shots. I did this with you like one time, so that's why you usually test it to make sure that people are comfortable with their control system. Oh, cool. I see you put green goo in my chat. So if you want, whenever you're ready, you can just start shooting at me, and I'll just be strafing around you without using any boots, just to like see if how comfortable you. Because I'm guessing you have pips on too, unless you want to immediately go for trip. I do recommend starting with pips. Basically, you're just free to shoot at me. We're seeing how comfortable you are. I feel like you're just not broken in yet. That you just might have to practice just aiming more than like most people would have to. That's like the other suspicion I have. I'm just gonna build like a bunch of speed. I'm not gonna like strafe it. Yeah, the shots do look missing or more. So that seems to be what I think. I think it's just a practice
Targeting
main thing. Because if someone was like dazed, dazed fly is really different. Yeah. So basically, like, it's just a pure practice thing. So I'll just let you get good practice and I'll just keep strafing around. And plus, like, if you wanted to type, did you have your pip on or off? Because that's like your lead indicator. Yeah, on. Alright, cool. Because that's way better to learn with. Because the pip tells you where to aim if I don't do any movement. Like, if I just drift for a little bit, you should be able to hit if you just aim at the pip. So you see, that's what the pip does. But anytime I'm, you know, moving around with the strafing, that's changing my direction. So that means, unless you get, like, you're in a good position with your aiming, if you only are aiming at the pip, that means you have a chance to miss still. Even if you're, like, doing it perfectly. If I just move out of the way enough so that if you're purely only aiming at the pip, that's not gonna work out. So what you want to get practice to doing is you want to aim like really close to the pip, but you want to either overlead it, underlead it, do a little bit above, a little bit below, based on what you think I'm doing with my movement. And you don't have to do it like a lot, because you only want to do it a little bit when you're not super good at like predicting what people are tracking, you know. If you're not the best tracking, you don't want to like do anything really crazy. But they'll just get you in a good habit of, you'll just start figuring out, like, oh, if someone's moving to the left, if they're moving to the left of my ship, I want to, like, overlead it just a little bit so that the fact that they're going to be accelerating that way, most likely, you'll have a better chance of hitting them. And then, likewise, if I'm moving one direction and you feel like I'm starting to slow down, you want to switch to the other way. So I feel like already you're, like, closing in with, like, where I'm at. And then they said earlier that AimLab's a pretty good program. Because it's mostly helpful. A lot of people who want to like get like the best possible aiming skills use it, love it. But the reality is it's mostly helpful for people who are not very good at aiming. It's way more helpful for them to like get to being like a pretty good level of skill. It could challenge someone even who's really good, like in like an FPS like Valorant, like you probably like get them down to like 30 health or something, even if they were like, because the time to kills are so close and whatnot. So you can keep shooting at me to practice, or unless you just want to start like dueling more. Just practice through, you know, gameplay is also pretty. It's all chill. So, like I said, is there any like particular person?
Targeting Maxi.
So I just figured it's a good minute or so of just pure aiming. It's pretty helpful.
Yeah, sure.
Dazed, are you alive in Gammo? Just want to make sure. Oh, you're dead. That's a shame. And then that's like the other thing, Vic. When you're in Hunternet, basically, if you don't mind shooting at the AI, they are very good to practice with, especially if you try to be more aggressive on them. Because their AI works best when you're really aggressive to them, because they react to what you're doing. So if you're super close to them with a plasma, then they'll try really hard to just, like, get around you. So they'll constantly be moving where, because they're just trying to get around you, they're kind of dodging you too, when they're not even trying to do that. So if you just, like, want to get on Hunternet every now and then and just shoot AI for, like, I don't know, as long as you want to. Like, you don't have to do it for an hour. I'd say, like, if you cared about, like, properly getting, like, the maximum training, like, doing an hour a day is, like, optimal. But there's no reason to do that if you don't want to. If you just don't find it fun. So that's more of, like, what... It's like the bare minimum training that people who are, like, super into esports and whatnot like to do. Like, all the games I play, it's like a minimum of an hour a day. And that can just, like, wear on you so hard.
Good fight, Vic. Do you use lag or lead pips, Vic? Do you know the difference?
Yeah. It's like, well, for me, I just, like, boost up the music, like, really, really loud. It's great. I love it.
Targeting Maxi.
Do you use lag or lead pip?
Targeting Dazed Gambler.
Okay, do you prefer lag?
Yeah.
Targeting Beacon.
And neither one's really better, it's just... I do use pips. I prefer to lead because it doesn't confuse me as much. Lag pip just confuses me. It's
Yeah,
like, I like
same
the
for me.
I love the concept of it, but it just confuses me for some reason. I don't know.
I love to use them in Star Citizen. But
Stir
yeah,
Citizen. So I think I'm gonna be ending me playing the game as well as my stream. Just because it doesn't look there's gonna be too much more people here, and I feel like unless you really want to duel me, that you'll have a better time having fun with each other or having fun with the AI. Personally, I just like to play for like a good 2 hours. 'Cause it's
yeah,
That's what
I
I would say.
head off as well.
So that's what I'd say to Vicky Vic. So that means you have your choice of having fun with Dazed, like with the bots or with Dazed himself, or firing up Aim Lab and just like getting, you know, general comfort with the mouse. So otherwise, y'all have a great. And for El Streamo people, thank you for